Hey everybody, I'm Brooks.
And I'm Jelani.
And together, Go Figure Reviews are we. And today we're looking at a Marvel Legends Maximum series. And this is the second, I believe.
Yeah.
Supposedly there's a Spider-Man.
Yeah, apparently there's Spider-Man somewhere in the ether. We haven't gotten it yet, so we're reviewing this one.
And
this is basically the Marvel Legends Maximum series Hulk that everyone has either reviewed or talked about, or it's been derided or loved or hated. It is one of those things that we are really wanting to delve into ourselves because, I mean, why not? It's a figure.
Yeah, I like the idea of taking the icons and giving them like an ultimate kind of figure version. But when you do that, you also set high standards.
Yeah, you got to make it the thing.
Yeah,
that it's supposed to be. Like
this is the ultimate. This is the Hulk figure. Like, right. You will never need another.
Yeah, and looking at it for me, it's not the Hulk figure. It is a figure. But we haven't taken it out of the package yet, so
yeah,
there is packaging.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, it's a pretty. I do like the box. It is kind of like your average Legends box now, but bigger. It's kind of like the box that the Phoenix came in.
Yeah.
On the side, you get some artwork. You have him grabbing missiles because as you can see, he's got a few missiles in there. On the back, he's doing the clap. That's cool.
Yeah.
Can he do that? He can do that.
He can do that. Yeah. His extra soft torso makes him do that.
You got that top says, voila, Maximum Series Hulk. And here's the barcode. If you're into that sort of thing. I know I am. But yeah, who cares about the box? It's just trash anyway. It's important. And what else would you expect from a Maximum figure but a lot of extra stuff?
Yeah, the max.
Yes, we want the max amount of extra stuff. And he comes with a pretty decent spread. He comes with a couple of heads. This one where you're like, word.
He's got choppers.
Yeah.
Some teeth.
Brush teeth. And we have a shouting head with his hair slicked back. Looks like Dane Cook or something.
Yeah, he does. God, that is special.
The Hulk's comedy special.
Yes.
Worst thing I've ever seen. 0 stars. He also comes with a little rocket. This one's got like a...
Yeah, it's like he breaks the missile apart. Yeah. The other half is on the other side.
It's kind of cool. It's got the wires and shit.
Yeah.
That's nice. Here's the other part of the missile. It's got like the flame effects. It's like, whoa, because it's a rocket. And this is part of the clap effect.
Yeah.
It goes on the outside of the hand like the shockwave. And of course, you got the other side as well. It looks like you can see the hand come here like, whoosh, yeah. And this is the middle part, of course. This is where the clap. This is where the clap is at. And he also needs hands for that clapping. And so we got these 2 clapping hands.
Yeah, for hand clapping.
Yeah. I can make your hands clap. And of course, fisters.
For fisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisting and punching.
That's right.
So yeah, not a bad spread. All in all, like he's got a couple of extra heads, got a couple of extra pair of hands, got some cool effects.
Yeah, but that heads, man, they still bother me.
I kind of think this one's probably the best one.
You like choppers?
Yeah, I like the constipated Hulk, I guess. But yeah, at least they do give you a good bit of this one.
Mm. And here he is, the man himself, the Maximum Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah. He's all right. He's okay to me.
I do like the more radioactive green they gave him.
Yeah, he's very green. We're comparing him to the other 2 figures because they're here. And the only thing that is really, truly different with this figure would be the chest pieces. And this chest piece is very different. I'll show it real quick. It is very soft, very pliable material so that he can make the clap thing happen. So
the figure seems to be built basically around making the clap.
Yeah. I can make your hands clap. So he can do it. It's fine.
He can strangle somebody.
Yeah, he can even strangle somebody if he wanted to. It's not bad. So, I mean, I get it. I just wanted to show that off first because that's what everybody's looking at. So far as articulation goes in the top part, you move his head up a little bit. Looking at the head too, it's very sinister. Yeah. It's like it's an evil Hulk. Like he's like
I don't know if he's like he's trying to be creepy or
he is. I don't know. It's a lot going on, but yeah, he can't move his head up.
Looks like he's taking his high school picture.
Yeah, and he's cheesing extra hard. With the torso, like I said, he does the clap. But the butterfly joints are inside of the soft plastic. I just saw a video of a guy like using hot stuff to boil it to peel this off. It did not go well for him. And look at that gap. Look at that. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this. The bottom half of this figure is basically these figures on the sides. This is the 2-pack that came with the first appearance Wolverine. And this one is the Toy Biz anniversary version of Hulk. And I like these two more than this one already. I don't know why, but it's the bottom. The bottom half is the same. The only thing that's different is the toe articulation. I'm not showing the anything else other than the stuff that's kind of new. The arms are the same as these figures. The legs are the same. It's the same midsection, pretty much. It's just this soft torso. That's the difference. And it has that gap, which it's just atrocious. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna say what I say about this figure. Something about the head isn't right to me, and I like this part, but we got to work on this. I don't know what it is. I hope this isn't the way to do this going forward. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. What do you think, Brooks?
I think he's like, for the most part, he's serviceable. But like he's not leaps and bounds above like, these ones that came before him. Like, but he does have the clap. I have to give him that.
Yeah. You got to give him the clap.
And that is something that the other guys don't have that he does.
True. I get it. I understand. It's just
so here's what we came to see. Are you not entertained? I can tell you what was not entertaining was getting him into his pose and not having him, fall over or drop the effect. Because the clap effect, the middle part at least, has no ways of connecting to the figure. No pegs, nothing. You're just expected to have the figure hold the effect with his fingers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like spinning it around, just looking at it,
the side swipe effects are really good.
Yeah, they're fine. They're okay. He's okay. It's just that main part, just spinning around, looking at it. It's fine. I don't mind the clack. See, it has no problems with the back area. You got no real issues with it. It's okay. There are gaps that can be seen through the rubber or whatever they're using, but you have to do a lot of work to get that little middle piece in. I don't know if people have problems with this. I don't know if people talked about that, but it's a pain in the butt.
And it'd be such an easy fix, just like a couple of little pegs and a couple of peg holes on each of the hands.
It's nothing.
It nothing. Made it so much easier.
I don't know. I'm just
they just felt lazy.
Yeah, very lazy. Okay, and here he is with the missile effect. This is just him pulling it apart. I mean, it's fine because, like I said, that little area of squeeze is good. With a pose like this, and of course, you can move it back and forth. I'm just showing off certain stuff with it. He's fine with that. I mean, I don't mind the bend in that either, but I like the missile effect. I have trouble with him standing, of course, but I don't mind him having, an extra feature with him. That's not a terrible thing. But yeah, the missile looks pretty good in his hands.
Yeah, I think like the missile works a little better than the clap, actually, in a way.
Yeah.
And here's the Maximum Hulk next to a couple of Marvel Selects.
Yeah.
Which I didn't collect the Marvel Selects, but I think they like the figures they do, especially like they're supposed to be bigger, bulkier characters. They work a lot better.
Yeah, they're more in scale with Marvel Legends, oddly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes more sense. The one on the left is the Immortal Hulk. Quite possibly the best Hulk figure ever made. He's sculpted by GOODOLJAB. Really cool figure. I really like the build on that Hulk.
Yeah, like he does look like he'd fit in with the Legends.
Yeah.
Setup.
And then on the other side, we've got our Red Hulk. That's what is that? Theodore Ross.
Yeah. Old Teddy.
Old Teddy.
Teddy Thunderbolt.
He does not have his mustache on there, but yeah, he's also made by GOODOLJAB. That this video we reviewed in our early days. It was a
long time ago.
This is our fourth watch video.
Spry.
That's right. We did stuff with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, these figures, yeah, I really like the Marvel Select. We're not going to get Marvel Selects anymore, I don't think. Diamond is no more, so we'll just deal with what we have and move on. All right, and here we have some more Hulks. On the left here, we have the Toy Biz Face Off Hulk. I have two of these versions. One is the angry head, and one is where he's calm. I like this figure. I like the sculpt on this guy as well. He's old school Toy Biz, so I'm always going to be partial to that. And then on the opposite side, we have the Marvel Select Avengers Hulk. This is Mark Ruffalo as Hulk.
You know, it tends to make Hulk more of a drab kind of dark green.
Yeah, he's more darker green than he is as the radioactive version that we have of Maximum Hulk. Yeah, he's raging out. He's very green.
Makes him feel more like 80s Hulk.
Yeah.
Here he is with some foes. Mainly his main kind of antagonist, the leader. It was like, you know, a guy who's like affected by the same gamma rays, but they made him smart instead of strong. And, you know, he's a kind of considered Hulk's main nemesis.
Yeah. He should be somebody that Hulk should fight consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brains versus brawn.
Yeah. That's basically kind of the dynamic between them. It's like he's always like scheming, but then like the Hulk just like bungles through his scheme and just like fucks it all up. It's like, But on the other side, of course, we have the Red Hulk. It was Hulk's like real kind of arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who I guess like hulked himself out and he became a Hulk, but he was red.
Right.
And he was a Red Hulk.
That's it. Yeah, the madder he got, the hotter he got.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And this one is like the Harrison Ford version from Captain America Brave New World. Spoiler alert. Harrison Ford turns into the Red Hulk.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe they don't want to spoil the ending by not making him look too much like
Bros in the trailer.
Yeah, like, you know, if you haven't figured it out yet and you got spoiled, like, you know, I think you'll be fine. If you want to watch the movie, watch it anyway. But yeah, he looks pretty good next to these guys. But you know, he is a Hulk, so he fits in with other Hulk figures. That's kind of like the bar.
I mean, he should be. Yeah. Okay, so all in all, I mean, it's a figure that we reviewed for the Maximum Hulk. It's no big whoop to me. I like the special features, all the accessories you get, but I still don't think it's enough. Among the things I don't really like is the chest. I'm still not a fan of the chest. I don't know what it is. I like the fact that you can get it into a good butterfly crunch. But something about it still kind of irks me. I don't know what it is. But final thoughts from you, Brooks. What do you think? What do you like? What are your thoughts on the figure?
Well, like, I appreciate what they're trying to do. Like, it is it's a little bit of a step up forward, but not a great step up from what they've done so far. I can see it being disappointing, but the biggest, like, my biggest problem with it is this is a $40 figure.
That's more than that. It's like up to $80.
Yeah, but in a reality that made sense, this is a $40 figure.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's almost twice that.
Yep.
In price.
Yep.
And I like I said, I like the idea of them trying to do like a definitive versions of like the big hitters, Marvel's like top guys, and of course they start with Spider-Man, and then they're doing Hulk. I think they'll do Thor, Cap, all the guys eventually. But I think they need a little bit more. And they don't need a little bit more, really. I think it came with a decent amount of stuff, but it just cost too much. That's the problem. It costs too much. It's not worth what the price tag they put on it.
Yeah. So we give figure points 0 out of to 5. 5 being the highest, 0 being the lowest. Brooks, what would you give this Maximum Hulk figure?
I'd give him a 3. I think he's fine, but like the Maximum label, it feels like it should have more impact.
Yeah.
And I think he's just a pretty average Hulk figure in the scheme of things. But he does come with a decent amount of extras, so I've got to give him that. Okay. I think that's kind of what lifts him into mediocrity. It's just the sheer amount of stuff he comes with.
He's so mid.
Yeah.
He's absolutely mid. I agree. He's a 3. He's definitely a 3. He could be higher, but he's not. Mm-hmm. Like it's a lot of people complain about this figure, and rightfully so. It shouldn't have the same bottom as the original figure. I think this should have been a completely different mold from top to bottom. We needed different heads. Mm-hmm. Choppers should not be a head. Mm-hmm. It's just Sinister Hulk should not be a head on a Hulk with torn purple pants. If he's got torn purple pants, he needs to be this angry head and variations of angry. Mm. He should just be a Hulk. And I honestly don't think these two do it for him. The chest is messed up. The special clamp feature it's okay in parts, and then other times it's not. And guys, this thing right here, I mean, just clip it on. Yeah. I don't know.
There's something
needs to be other than this.
Connect him with it.
It doesn't have it. So I'm not a fan of it. We both give it 3s. Tell us, guys, in the comments what you think of it. We will eventually review the Maximum Spidey when it comes out. We never got it. Just we're waiting on it. And once we get it, we will review it. That's all we can say. So, guys, stay tuned for that. We're close to 700 subscribers. So, we're also going to have giveaways for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And, of course, get out there and go figure.